Here we are back in the water. It's been a while.
Yeah, a little
Good morning,
hiatus.
Seth. Yeah, a little bit of a break away from it. You just back from your trip to Cancun?
Yeah.
Cancun area.
The Cancun area, yeah.
Yeah, because you were Cozumel and
Playa del Carmen.
Playa del Carmen, yeah. So
it was nice. First trip away in a while with the family. Well, we went to Hawaii there just when COVID hit. So it's been 3 years now since we've been on a trip.
right.
And it felt really good. It always amazes me when you go on a trip and you go someplace different, especially I find when you go someplace where it's a different language and a totally different culture. I don't know, it kind of inspires again the thirst for travel.
Yeah, and then I saw some shots of you and Isla in
Yeah.
in the Sonoda, and in the pool there. That was cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, I think even before we got home, I think we're already planning the next trip.
Cool.
But no, it was good. It's good to get away. It's good to get those recharge buttons.
Absolutely. Well, today we are in the water and just a beautiful sunrise. Really,
Checked last night.
yeah,
You'll find this interesting. Water temperature right now.
yeah.
What would you take your guess is?
Okay. I'm taking my guess on some knowledge, but right now it feels like 6 degrees. But I'm guessing the temperature of the water right now is somewhere in the neighborhood of 8.1.
9.6.
9.6.
We're
Wow.
over 2 degrees warmer than what it was when we were going in the early spring, middle of winter there.
It does not it does not feel 2 degrees warmer.
Which is funny because I felt like when we were going and it was like we started off at about 8.1, 8.4 degrees when we started in November.
Yeah.
And then it got down to about, you know, the high 6. And we felt that 0.5 of a difference when
We
it got
did,
colder.
yeah.
We're like, this is a lot colder.
Yeah.
And now it's almost 2 degrees warmer and it feels cold again.
It feels cold again because of that break we took. We took
It
2 weeks.
Oh man, it's like 10 days and plus 30 weather.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is cold.
And I actually came out one day while you were gone.
Right.
You were out the day after you took off. I came out here, and Gabby decided to come with us, come with me, and give it a shot. And she came out for a while. She came in the water, but it was comfortable. It was the middle of the day. It was actually it didn't have that sting to it that it has right now. It had a bit of a bite to it, but it was so beautiful and so warm out. But getting out of the water while it's nice and warm is, man, it makes a difference.
It does, it does.
But yes, today is a little it's just losing that acclimation, I guess, after being away for a couple of days.
Absolutely.
But good to have you back.
Yeah. How have you been doing?
I've been.
There's our buddy there off to the left. Our
Oh, there he is.
official member of Dark Matters.
Yes. Doing good. I hurt my back a while ago. I just doing something, and we talked about this on the last episode, where I was talking about how important it is to keep up with your exercises and keep yourself in shape, because the injury I got was from doing nothing. I wasn't, doing anything extreme. I wasn't even out in the yard working. I was moving a book, but I was just at this position where I was kneeling and twisting at the same time.
Right.
And it ended up doing this little snap, and it was a week. I was out for a week.
Yeah, I think it was our last video we did when we were over
Over at Taylor Beach.
Taylor Beach there. I think it was like shortly, like a couple days or the day after that day.
Yeah, and it got worse. It got worse, and it was an entire week of just sitting there, slowly getting back to normal. And there's a point where I'm in bed, and I'm thinking, this is going to be the rest of my life. I'm never going to be able to sit up again without pain, and it was kind of frightening.
Absolutely.
But I'm really happy to say that I'm back. I'm walking.
Good.
It does not hurt anymore. But So important to keep up with those push-ups and those sit-ups and keep that exercise regime in your life. Diet, exercise. It sounds so boring and redundant to say those things, but it is so important to keep up with that stuff. It is so important to keep up with your health and you know your mental health as well.
Yeah.
And I think, and again, I say that it's going through this stuff, this getting comfortable with being uncomfortable, is what, you know, got me back to healed as quickly as I did. And I don't think it's the cold that did it. I think it's the act of getting up and going, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
And you push through this, and
those brain hacks.
yeah, it's a brain hack, exactly. Yeah, so you get here, you get in the cold. It is gotta get these guys. It is uncomfortable. It is it's hard, and you know, look, as we get older, we can't do certain things. Like we can't push ourselves in the gym like we used to when we were younger. But this is a way to push yourself. This is a way to get up in the morning and do something that's mentally hard. Like it is mentally hard to get in this water.
Right.
And into the, well, now it's not inky black, which is kind of nice, so we can kind of see the bottom of the water and stuff.
No,
But it's important to keep up with this thing. And this is why I like the cold. This is why I like what we're doing here. I like the changes it's made in me and in the way I think about things.
Absolutely. And for me, man, I think it's all that in addition to the accountability factor. It's been a while since I've actually stuck to one thing for a long period of time, and now we were like, dude, we've been close to over 6 months now. We've got to be, because we started this in November.
Right.
So we're pushing almost 6 months now, I think, of doing this every minimum once a week, right?
7 months.
7 months, right?
7 months.
That's
yeah.
pretty awesome. Like when you think of how we keep this up till November and, you know, push it a year, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and as I'm telling people, I really want more in this, and I want more people to experience the benefits of the cold water.
I watched a show, and I kind of watched the show too when I did that fasting challenge, and it's a show called Limitless on Disney. Shout out Disney. Yeah, it's called Limitless, and it's narrated by Chris Hemsworth.
Okay.
Right. So it's a made-for-TV show, obviously, but in this show, it's all about, because this dude Hemsworth, I guess he has in his DNA makeup, he's prone to the certain disease that limits, like, will end his life earlier than normal, and so he's on this challenge, and this show covers, each episode covers a different thing, like from cold to stress to fasting, and it's all things that studies have shown increases longevity in life. And I watched the cold episode when I was on the plane heading down to Mexico, and it was really good.
Yeah.
The amount of information, it makes me want to look into the information more in terms of the longevity factor in life and all the benefits that it does. It's pretty crazy what it does, because he's talking to these sports PhD scientists that have studied this for years, and these guys are, you know, one guy swam around Britain in 100 days straight, and then that got too easy, and so then he started, okay, I'm gonna start swimming in the Arctic.
Really?
And he's swimming amongst icebergs.
Wow.
And amongst ice flows, and the whole challenge was, when the show was finished, was for Hemsworth to be able to swim 250 meters in this Norway fjord in the middle of winter. And it was it's kind of show where you hold your breath almost. You're like, oh my shit. Like, the dude, you can see is visibly distressed and his body shuts down, but then he, you know, hits that second mental, you know, push past the uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then he finishes it, and man, it's like, you know, it definitely proved for me, like, it got me inspired to keep this up and to see where we can push it more.
So what did they talk about the health benefits or the mental aspect?
It's very scientific, so I don't want to replicate it quite yet until I have a more solid understanding of it, so I don't butcher it, because it was really good. But I'd really suggest giving it a watch and seeing it, because it's pretty fucking cool.
Well, I think it goes back to when we first got into the water, before I actually even studied any of the benefits of cold water, was the idea that 8 minutes would kill you.
Yeah.
And I honestly believe that 8 minutes in the water and you're dead.
Yeah.
And those survival suits that we have on the base, I was told those give you 20 minutes of survival in the water. And here we are disproving that.
Oh man, what was it? I think early this spring, the water was one of the coldest water days. Was our longest time in.
Yeah, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show that it is a mental game that you're playing here. And I mean, there is a bit of acclimation. Like, I would strongly recommend if anyone was going to do it to
that's why it'd be good to have more people.
Yeah.
To see them come in and see what their point is, what they hit. Like, maybe they do last as long as we last in here, like a 20-minute day, or maybe they come in and it's like 7 minutes of shivering.
Yeah,
and fun to see.
Maybe it is more mental than even we can agree on. But yeah, so we're back. It's nice to be back in the water.
Absolutely.
Again, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for checking out the video and joining us. We'd like to see some more people here. We're 5:30 a.m. Wednesday mornings at the lagoon. And yeah, if you like what you're seeing here, make sure you click that like button. It's always nice to have the like button clicked, because it helps the algorithms. And subscribe. We have 2 subscribers now. That's nice. So it'd be nice to have a few more. That'd be cool. And the best thing you can do is share it with your friends.
Absolutely. And you know what? Get in the fucking water.